on? Well, I'm just sitting in George because I can't use him today. A couple of days ago when I was coming home from work, I noticed George had a slight knock on the suspension. Nothing to do with the engine, just a little knock as I was going over potholes and bumps and speed bumps and whatever. And it's gradually got worse, so I had a little bit of investigation. First of all, I couldn't understand what was going on, and then yesterday it was getting worse, and I thought I need to find out what this is. And it sounded like from the left hand side when I'm sitting in the car. Anyway, I stopped and had a route round and found out what it is, and then I drove it back home very, very gently, and George is sat there because, well, I just can't use him. That'd be too dangerous. So I've just moved him down the drive. I'll pop the bonnet up in a second and give you a look what's going on. And I don't know how I'm going to fix this. I've got a feeling the threads have ripped out of a couple of bolts. So let's just show you what's going on. Pop the bonnet. Rightio, let's go round and have a look. Been easier if that had been this one, so I'll show you on this one so we can see. There's the damper or shock absorber. It's oil filled, and your top of your suspension is bolted to it, and obviously it swivels. It's got 4 bolts holding it to the bulkhead on this side, although it's hard to see. This side here, 2 of the bolts are missing, so if I rock the car, you can see that's steady. Look at the suspension on this side. Not good, eh? Not good at all. So obviously that was where the knocking is coming from. So I don't use him. I need to jack it up, get the wheel off, get that side off, see if I can find out what's going on. It's really weird, I haven't seen anything like that before. But hey ho, what can you do? If you're wondering why this petrol filter is up here, I've also have a slight problem. Not all the time, now and again George has been like hesitating. Other people seem to be having this problem as well. So I took the pipe off, let the fuel out and let the filter fill. I've changed the filter because the other one was a bit blocked, and I put it up on here instead of underneath because I wanted to check whether there was any water in the fuel, because that would separate, but it looks okay, to be honest. I just had a feeling there might have been a bit of water in it. It doesn't do it all the time, just now and again. So I think I'll just leave it like that for now and deal with this problem. Hopefully I can get this sorted, because I need to use George, as you guys know, as my daily. Let's crack on. There we go, we should be able to get a better look at it now. Obviously took the wheel off, took the weight off with a jack. Got axle stands underneath. But look, there's a little tabs on here to stop these bolts coming undone. So I've knocked these back so I can take them off. But these two, this side, are completely missing. I've got a feeling that the threads are going to be stripped out to see if I've got any bolts that fit up. I'm going to take one of these out, just see whether that'll go in this side, so we can see what we're dealing with. As I've got a feeling, like I say, they are stripped out. It doesn't look like it's threaded there to me, but we will see in a bit. Right, I know the light's not very good here, but you should be able to see what I'm doing. I took this nut completely off this other side, put it in this side, but that's just not gripping. I think the threads are stripped. So where that bolt goes in, like there, it will thread in. But on that one, I'll just push in. So I think the threads are stripped. God knows what's going on here. I need to get it right off and have a look what's going on there. Very strange. I've released it now and looks like the thread is gone in this top one, and in the bottom one looks like the bolt, what was in there, has snapped off completely. So I either need to get that out so I can put another bolt in. I don't know what to do with the top one as yet, but what I am trying to do is separate it from here so I can take that damper right out of the way so I can get on. I'm having a job getting it to come off this pin here, so I decided I'm going to give it a bit of heat and see if that'll work. Let's try that. I have it off. So finally I have the damper off out of the way. Obviously this side is where the bolts were still working okay. This side there, although it looks like there's more holes, but the one we need is snapped off there, and the one there, well, you can see what's happening. It's just no thread. So what to do? What can I do? I wonder why it's got more holes. Very strange. They wouldn't match up though, would they? Because it's too far over. I just don't know what to do next. Well, these are the ones we want anyway. That one and that one. What can I do? Right, I need to think about this. Right, this might seem a bit drastic, but you just can't get behind there. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to put some threaded bar in here, weld it in, slide it on, but because I can't get the arm off the damper, I had to split this back so I can put it through, push it on. This will just have to go back and be welded up again on the inner wing. That's the plan. More work than I wanted to do, but, and obviously if George was a really nice moggy, I wouldn't have even bothered with that, but because he's a rat moggy, I'm not bothered. As long as I can weld that back up again, that's not going to matter here or there. Right, next job is to get some threaded bar in where I want it and line it all up. We'll see how we go on with that one. Righty-ho, there's them two bolts welded in place, or threaded bar. So now I need to clean up these welds a bit and get that back on, and I need to close this, of course, but that's neither here nor there. I ain't too worried about that. Will be done, but the hardest bit is to get this back on. Alright, that's not the best job, but at least I know that's not going to fall off when I drive up the road. Fingers crossed. So that's on. I've got tabs knocked up on there, stop them coming loose. and I'll put some extra nuts on those bars to stop that. See what happens. That's better, isn't it? Whew. It's not going to fall off now. Yeah, it is a bit of a bodge, but that keeps George on the road. So now I need to get this back, clean it up, a couple of welds on that just to keep it in place. We'll sort it out properly another day. Let's get that sorted. That's it, got everything together, stitch this back up. It's not perfect, but hey ho. Let's hope we're getting no knocking and banging now, and I won't feel like the suspension's going to collapse on me. Let's take it for a test drive. Okay guys, so I jumped into George. It's going to run him around the block. I ain't going to go far, I don't need to. Like I say, I couldn't really use him like that. It's probably not the best repair, but hey, that's George. Keeping George on the road so I can use him, and I need to use him. And quick fix really, let's hope it lasts. Right, let's go for a little run round the block. Okay guys, so I jumped into George. It's going to run him around the block. I ain't going to go far, I don't need to. Like I say, I couldn't really use him like that. It's probably not the best repair, but hey, that's George. Keeping George on the road so I can use him, and I need to use him. And quick fix really, let's hope it lasts. Right, let's go for a little run round the block. Well, here we go then. Let's give it a burst. Even now that'd be knocking, like I say, over this drain. No, that's fine. How the heck that's happened, I don't know. How long they've been coming loose. Could have been loose for a while. Very, very strange thing. These little bumps along this road, that was knocking. No, that honestly, that is fine now. Quite pleased with that. But like I said, immediately when I found out what it was, I thought, I can't drive George like that. I can't think of much different way of doing it, apart from getting in the back and maybe put some bolts through from the other way, but I'd have still ended up having to cut some apart. And like I also said, if George would have been a really, really nice car, then I probably would have done it different. I might have just cut that plate out in an oblong, the whole thing, welded some nuts on the back of it, welded it back in place. That was another option I had, but maybe if it does play up and I have to do it again, that's what I will do. But for the time being, George is back on the road and I can use him again from a daily. Like I say, as soon as I ain't got him, it's just so annoying. And I've been feeling too good the last couple of days, to be fair, so I'm surprised I'd done this today. I felt a bit rough, but it's a case of I had just to crack on and get it done. Like I say, George is my car, my daily, so I don't like having him off the road. Alright, I got my e-bike, but I didn't fancy that weather, and George, in the end, I could fix him. I did think a couple of times, how the heck am I going to get out of this one? So, yet again, alright, call it a bodge if you like. I'm happy George is back on the road. He's not clonking. So therefore, I'm going to end this video here. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully there'll be no more problems in the next few days. I have put a few tacks on the welds underneath, tidied it up a bit, so that'll be fine. I might redo that later, but as always, I might. What else have I got to do? I must get on with some body work with this car. Anyway, I'm going to leave this one here. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye for now.